Venomcentral Raw, behind the scenes, episode 3. Fangs in your face. We got a lot of work to do. And we're doing the Bushmaster room tonight. So keep up. Hey y'all, I'm working in the snake house tonight, and this is a nighttime gig. We've got some stuff to do in the Bushmaster room, and this is something that we just do like day to day. This is everyday work here, and we're gonna film it for you. But I got a few animals that I need to feed in the main room, and we've got to feed our Scud missile here. And this girl has became just so belligerent, mean, and such a crazy feeding response that I had to separate her from the other female. Normally I leave both these big females together. Even though they're gravid, they're fine. But when this one gets gravid, she's a different animal. She eats everything in sight. She bites the other female, so I had to find the other female a spot down here with her boyfriend. But anyways, we're gonna feed this girl. I gotta feed the Gaboons. We're gonna do the fangs in your face, the Venom cam. Then we're going to go check on all the baby Bushmasters. So hang in there because we got a lot to do. Yo, Venom Squad, we're going to start tonight. I need to feed this gravid female basiliscus. And she went through this 2 years ago where I couldn't keep nothing else in the cage with her. The other female had to get extracted because if the other female would move, pow, she'd light her up. She's just trying to gather as much nutrients as she can, so she's a hog right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and feed her real quick, and it's really not even their time to eat. They're not due to eat for another week, but the way she's acting, she's gonna need more. So we're gonna go ahead and get her going, and we're gonna do it with the Venom cam. Maybe we'll get a really cool shot. We'll see. Let me get a rat out of here. And notice I'm using a different set of tongs to reach down into warm water to pull out a rat, because I don't want these getting extra hot up to here, because this little sumbitch gets warm too, and I don't want her biting this. I want her biting the rat. I definitely don't want her biting me. Alright, now here's the trick. We got to open this up and stand way back, because she'll chase you right now. I mean, you ever hear, oh, I got chased by a den of cottonmouths? Well, this snake will chase you. If she thinks you got something for her to eat, she'll come after you. I got chased by a Mexican green rattlesnake. Alright. Dina, you need to stand back, baby. Yeah. Now, is that in frame there and that's all good? Because she's going to probably come way out here. Okay. Here she comes. Alright, you are just a... Yeah, you're a little ass. She is something else. There you go. Are you happy now? Yeah, we're going to start doubling up on the feedings with her, just because she's already putting on weight. It's been a little over a month since she copulated, but she'll carry them babies for almost 9 months. But she's already showing that she's ovulated, she's already blowing up, and her appetite has went through the roof. All right, we're going to lift her up and put her back in there and move on and feed the Gaboons. Okay, next we're going to feed the Gaboons, but I just discovered that there's a big pile of feces in here, so I'm going to clean them first, and then we're going to feed them. Oh, fun. But, you know, when you keep a collection like this, and you have this many animals, that's just what you got to do. I mean, you got to do this every day. You can't let it lapse. If you let it go a day or two, what happens is you don't get caught up, because one day you're cleaning, and then if you just decide not to clean for 2 or 3 days, you end up with shit everywhere, and then it bumps your whole feeding schedule. So the only time I let it lapse is if I'm sick. If I'm not feeling good, I won't come in here and mess with them. But I clean all the time. All right, we're gonna get this big Gaboon out of here. It's getting big, man. Yeah, I know you're not happy. She's starting to become a sizable snake. She's getting some size on her. She'll be breedable in another 2 years. Funny, I just cleaned this cage yesterday, too. All right, I need my gloves. And my can, my crap can. We call it the crap can. The feces can. You find fangs in their feces all the time, and you don't want to just grab and pick it up. You'll end up with a fang in your hand. I've actually done it just when I was younger, just running around cleaning, and buried a Dorissus fang in my hand. Just stupid, not thinking. I actually, I ball it up, and then I'll take a piece of paper and slide it underneath it and push it on there and pull it out. I use my paper as like a shovel. All right. All the nasties. Here we go. Of course, our hexadine, chlorhexidine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put her back in her cage, and we'll feed her last. We'll give her a minute to settle down, which she's probably eating a damn can. It really doesn't matter, but we'll give her a minute to kind of coil up and just get herself settled, and while we're feeding the other two. If y'all can hear that they sound like dragons in there growling. Come on, big girl. There we go. Bit of head on that rascal. Hold on, I need to reposition her. Yes, I know. If you got a snake on a hook and you don't feel comfortable with it, set them down and just reset yourself. Like, see, she's caterpillar crawling, and then when you get in that position like that, where, I mean, she could possibly do a backward strike and reach you. I mean, use your can as a jumping off point, or actually the ground. Lift that tail and reposition. Get it so you're comfortable, because they do that. They caterpillar crawl. They do that belly crawl, and they try to crawl off that hook. So what I do is I just use the damn floor. Get them where I'm in control. I mean, you need to be in control the whole time. Don't let the snake control you. You need to stay in control. And take your time and don't rush it. And that's how people end up screwing around and getting bit. I mean, trying to hook something and the snake's hanging off the hook too far, and they're jumping around nervous and worried, and they're trying, I mean, calm the hell down, set the snake down, reposition, take your time. Get in there. All right. Now we can get to the feeding, to the Venom cam. Okay, we're going to go ahead and feed the big male Gaboon. And he's tucked up in his hide, and he's actually in shed. I see his a little bit in blue, but I'm pretty positive he'll eat regardless. He always does. I'm going to dry these rats off. If you guys are new to my channel, hit the logo in the beginning and subscribe. But I dry my rats off so they don't pick up a bunch of substrate. And I know you watch a lot of other channels. If you're a pet tuber and you see guys feeding their snakes with dripping water and they're picking up substrate and they're piss poor excuses. Well, they eat stuff in the wild all the time. You know, why would you want your snakes to eat a bunch of frickin' hardwood mulch and a bunch of stuff? I mean, it's just frickin' stupid. I mean, when you can avoid it with just a little bit of work, just dry them off a little bit and avoid it. I mean, sure, they're going to ingest some stuff in the wild, but you know what? If you can avoid it, why not? It just doesn't make sense. But I'm going to film this with the Venom cam and see if we can get that straight on, really cool Gaboon strike. All right, now we're in business. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. Atta boy. You're like, I'm in blue, Daddy, but I'm still gonna eat, huh? He ain't missing out on no groceries. All right. Good job, buddy. Look at the snake. That's funny, actually. I've never seen a Gaboon do that. That snake is like over here begging. Give me a rat too. Huh. Gaboons usually ain't that inquisitive like that. They're just not, I mean, cobras do that kind of stuff. I mean, they're inquisitive, and that snake was actually curious to see what was going on. Okay, we're gonna feed that girl, the one we just cleaned. All right, little girl. Oh, she's gonna blaze. Oh! Oh boy, that was a surprise. Her head was facing one way and she just went pow and grabbed that thing totally sideways. There you go, baby girl. All right. You get in there. I ain't got time to play with you. I got too much work to do. GoPro, stop recording. All right, we got one more. We're going to move over and feed this one. It's already came out of its hide. They know that it's feed time. That's a definite, just by the way they're acting. I've got to get to the Bushmaster room tonight and run through the babies and see what's going on with them. I think I got a few that may have shed and pooped. And I'll pick out the ones that actually need to eat. And we may even do a live feeding. I don't know. We'll see. GoPro, start recording. Okay, let's see how this little girl does. And she is not in a really good position for a strike. So I'm going to go over the top of her. Okay, that's setting her off a little bit. Let's see if we can get... Oh! And see, that just goes to show you. I mean, Gaboons can strike from any angle. They can, from any angle. Her head was facing this way, and the rat came in. The rat came in sideways like this on her, and she went, bam. I mean, she did a complete 90, just whack, and grabbed it. As it's amazing the way Gaboons strike. And puff adders do the same thing, but the Gaboons really got that capability to go upside down and backwards, and it's crazy. It makes them really dangerous. We're going to jump over to the Bushmaster room, and we've got a lot of work to do in there. So you guys are going to get to see our babies and how they're progressing, how they're doing. Come on in, babe. Let me close this behind you. All right. We're gonna run through the baby Bushmasters. I do this every night. I make sure that nobody's defecated. I mean, Bushmasters are real sticklers about cleanliness. They won't tolerate shit in a cage. But let me get the humidifier off. See, this is cold mist. This is cool mist. I mean, this room stays nice and cool with a high humidity. That's how we keep the Bushmasters and all the eyelash vipers. I've actually started pairing up some of my big schlags. These are some of the sub-adults and a couple of the other adults. But, all right, let's get this off and get this out of our way, because we need room to work. Okay, let's start here. And you can see we have a few Bushmasters. We got a couple of them. And you know what? I actually own half of them. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna quit busting on people. All right, and my process is I do them a rack at a time, and as I go through them, I just set them back. And we actually need more space, and but this is what we got to work with for right now. And we're gonna feed some of these tonight. I'm gonna feed actually my personal sub-adults. So we're gonna do some feeding stuff too. And I've got one of these little squirts that I'm actually gonna feed a live mouse to tonight also. Let's just see how everybody's doing here. See where he's at. Oh, he did shit his skin. Let's get a lid off of there. You want to come in a little bit, babe, so you can see the snake? Oh, yeah, look at that. Nasty. And that's the raw, uncut stuff right there. This is the work that nobody wants to do or see. So, but my snakes do not stay in shit. Notice I'm using my lid to lift him up. We're going to support him so he doesn't feel like he's dangling. And these things are growing like wildfire. And that's a little girl, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, no, that's one of the males. But, man, they have like quadrupled in size. Lachesis stenophrys. I hatched out 12 of them this year. 100% hatch rate. All right, buddy. Get in your bucket. And let's lid him up. There you go, Bubba. Bushmasters grow incredibly fast. Even though you don't power feed them, you don't feed them a whole bunch, but they grow really quickly. I mean, these guys only eat every other week, and let me tell you, but they can take a kind of a decent-sized mouse already. We're going to roll that up and throw this in the garbage, hit this with some Hex. Okay, we just hit him with a little bit of Hex in here, and we're going to dry this up real nice. Put him some clean paper in there, and he'll be all set. Bushmasters are one of them snakes you can tell when they've soiled their cage, because they will 90% of the time they're going to be in their hide box until dark. And if you come in during the day and you see them out cruising around, they've shit in their cage because they don't tolerate it. They let you know if they've soiled in their cage. They're one of them snakes that just like, they don't dig it at all. Some snakes will defecate in their cage and lay in it. Bushmasters will not. They'll go to the other end of the cage, or they'll just be cruising like, get me the hell away from this. Alright, he's all nice and disinfected. Newspaper, guys. Best substrate in the world for Bushmasters. Newspaper. And we keep them very simple. Fresh, clean water every 3 days. And you notice I use these little shallow water dishes. And now with raising baby Lachesis, now I'll start them out in these sweater boxes, okay? But I'll use a big enough shallow water dish So it holds quite a bit of water, and I'll place it in the center of the tub, okay? And I'll give them a little high box, which they do use it. And what that water does with this shorter tub is, with the lid on it, and it's got good ventilation holes, it holds humidity in there really good. And I've had every humidity tester I can put in there, and it holds that humidity at about a perfect 70%. So it's great. So you ain't got to mist them. You ain't got to have them laying in water or putting up with none of that crap. It holds the humidity really well. But I keep fans running in my room. I got a ceiling fan that sucks everything up, the cool mist. And you notice I've got fans on the floor by our vents, and this blows the air up, circulates it, drops it back down. There's another fan that's behind you, behind Miss Dina. So there's constant air moving in here. It's like a damn tornado in here when you come in here. But it gets air into some of the tubs and some of the cages, and it gets the humidity in there. It keeps everything circulating. That's important with lechises. And 90% of the time, like during the winter, our windows are open all winter for all the eyelash vipers, for a lot of the bothrops, for a lot of the lechises. The damn windows are open. It might be 50 degrees outside and raining. Them fans go in the window, and it's blowing all that nice, cool, moist air right in here, and they love it. That's when they're their most active. Okay, let's get him back in his tub, and I'll use my lid as a little platform, because these guys, once you take them out of here, it's not easy to get them back in there. They can get kind of squirrely. Use that as a shield, and really quick, boom, pop it on. Don't waste no time. Don't play with it. You got to do it fast. If you wait around and you hesitate, is when you get bit. Make sure I'm down all the way. Clip him up. Put him right back in place.
All right, you want to move a little bit, you can shoot down some, while I shoot through these other ones real quick. All right, that one's clean. Let's make sure he's not in blue. He is actually completely blued over. So, and the thing is, he'll still eat. A lot of lechises, I mean, they'll eat. Completely blue, they'll eat. Doesn't matter. But we'll try to feed him regardless. All right, set him up there. And he is good, he's clean. I change their water every 3 days. Fresh water is really important with Bushmasters. He's good, he'll be ready for a feed. Alright, I'm gonna bust through these really quick. Oh yeah, that's actually one not easy to keep. That is a smoker. Nice long lateral strike. Okay, that little girl was all clean. Set her up there. And that one is clean and good to go. And I'll go through every one of these before I go through feed them, because I've got a shed stain and a crack in there. I'll clean before I feed them. Everybody's got that brand new clean tub. We're ready. Oh, there we go. He's clean, make sure he's back now. Oh yeah, look at him, he's got that signature on me. He's like, what are you back for me? What are you back for me? What are you back for me? Some nice cheese, Bubba.
And let's bust through these ones really quick. I know this is kind of boring, but this is the raw, what we do every day. That one is clean. Wait, I smell. One of these got shit in it somewhere because I can smell it. Yep, see, there it is. My wife is cracking up back there. It was hidden under the high box. I'm telling you, I've been doing this 35 years. I get the slightest whiff of snake shit, and I know it. I go, oh no, it's somewhere in here. I'll tear the whole frickin' room apart looking for it. Come on there, Pee-wee. That's the ultimate in keeping and breeding snakes right there. When you can keep Bushmasters alive, then you can brag and say, yep, I'm a snake man. But when you can breed Bushmasters and you can hatch them out and you can do it year after year like I've done it, then you can say, I'm a fucking snake man. All right. Hex, paper towels, you know, a lot of people have never heard of me, or you know, they're like, oh, this guy just came on the scene on YouTube and he just, you know, I mean, I've always been a very private person. I mean, with my animals, I've worked at some big facilities. I've consulted at some really big facilities, and I've always been a guy that's just, I stay to myself, especially with the stuff I do with my animals, and I've always been really private, and I don't do social media. I never really liked doing it, and just, my lifestyle has always been a very private lifestyle. But, we started doing this social media thing and the YouTube. We're thinking, what the hell, why not share some of our knowledge, and, if we can make a few bucks and help feed the animals, why not? And if I can help some serious snake people with some of my knowledge, but you get a lot of these new guys, and they, well, I never heard of him. It's like, you never heard of me because I've been doing this before you were born. And honestly, because I know the real people in this industry. I know the guys that are the hardcore real snake men in this industry. Just because you got a YouTube channel and you got a couple of snakes doesn't make you a snake man. I've been doing this all my damn life. I've been doing it 35 years. How old am I? 52? 53. My wife's going like this. I'm 53. I've been doing this a long, long time. Okay, we got him all cleaned up. Let's get that little ripper back in there. And this is a beautiful little female. They are just the coolest of pit vipers. And we got so much to learn about these things still. There's a lot to learn about Bushmasters. I've bred Melanophylla. I've bred Stenophyres. My partner Matt's bred Stenophyres. He's done it a couple times in a row. And let me tell you, we bred Muda, and even though we've bred them and we've been able to successfully do it several years in a row and working with these animals, we still don't know nothing. There's so much that we don't know about Bushmasters. They are really, they are really a secretive animal, especially in the wild. Finding one in the wild is like a damn newsflash. Okay, let me shoot through these. That one is good. Oh, that's a little, look at that. See that? He just picked up the heat off of my body. Even though I got this shield up here, I'm sweating a little bit. My head's hot, so he just zoned right in on my face. He's like, there's something warm up there. You're ready to eat, huh? We're gonna get you here in a minute. Okay, we're actually gonna go ahead and we're gonna feed some of the last year's babies. Okay, we're gonna start with, I'm gonna feed some of last year's babies. We gotta do these one at a time and stack them and leave them and then leave the damn room. We got Bushmasters stacked to the ceiling. And this one's got his little head sticking out of his hide. He's ready to go. And once we get all these other ones fed, we'll have to vacate the room for a little bit and let everybody eat with the lights off. I'm going to try, oh yeah, this one's, he's already kind of focusing on me. I'm going to try to lure him out so we get a better shot with the GoPro. Look here, see that? See that? That snake picked up a heat signature and he came like shooting up out of there. You're okay, babe, there. You're safe. Dina's handing me the camera. She's like, you get in there and get that, because I ain't getting near that thing. Look at this. That is an alert Bushmaster right there. That snake is like, okay, it's nighttime. You're in my world right now. I got a rat coming at you, Bubba. Just hold on. Here you go, D. Look at him coming back up. Look at him. He's picking up the heat signature off that bucket. That bucket is warm. He's gonna do a good venom cam strike. Yeah, they are cool, ain't they? Look at him. He's like, "Oh, what do you got for me?" Uh-huh. Watch him start thermal bobbing. He's picking up the heat off that bucket. That's where he just turned at that bucket. That bucket is really warm. And that's what he picked up on. And that's what he's going after. Alright, I'm gonna get a rat in his mouth. Your camera thing's a little bit loose, D. Look at him going for the bucket. You filming? Actually, I ain't got time to mess with this GoPro. I'm just gonna get a rat into him. He's bobbing. Alright, Bubba. You just stay over there, dude. GoPro, turn on. GoPro, start recording. Alright, we're in business. I think this guy's gonna give us a good strike scene. Oh! Oh, good job, buddy. That was the money shot right there. Way to go, Bubba. That was a hungry little Bushmaster. Okay, Bubba, you get back in your tub. Now that's Bushmaster behavior right there. GoPro, stop recording. Now that was cool. That was cool. I'm glad he did that so you guys can see some real Bushmaster behavior. Now imagine that with one of these. Well, they're in their hides with an 8-footer. And that's why, if you notice, I use my lids as shields and everything. And even though I pop a lid off that thing and he's in his box, I still stay at least 3 to 4 foot away from that damn box because I know what these damn things are capable of. That's why I put my bucket away from it, but he picked up a heat signature off me from 4 feet away. And I was safe. I wasn't in a danger zone, but me being this far away from that tub, I'm 5 feet away from that tub. That's a really big tub, and he picked up a heat signature from that freaking far away and come out of there over the top, coming right at me. I just happened to look over my shoulder, yeah, here he comes. And that's just what they do. And that's why working with Lachesis is freaking dangerous. If you don't know what you're doing with Bushmasters, you will get killed. Because this snake works on a different level than any other snake. They are so tuned into heat, it's not even funny. And he's eating, he don't care. He's like, I got my rat, I'm happy. I don't care if the lights are on. It's nothing's bothering me. I'm just going to go ahead and eat. But this snake is already conditioned. He's used to us. He's, the little ones are a little more skittish, but this guy's already, he's well on his way. I need to move his water bowl back out of the way just a little bit. There we go. This one might be sleeping. Give him a little nudge. You can come in a little bit, D. Alright. I'm going to have to lift his hide. His head may be pointed in the other direction. Let me get a... No, that's not long enough, D. I need something a little longer, baby. There you go. Hand me that snake hook. There you go. My wife handed me something real small to lift the Bushmaster hat. I think she's trying to collect the life insurance. Oh, here he comes. We'll lure him all the way out here. That was good, buddy. That was a good one. Take a look at that. That is a 2-year-old Lachesis denafries, a Central American Bushmaster. 2 years old and it's damn near pushing 4 foot. Okay, I lidded this guy up. That was cool, wasn't it? He come blazing out of there like a gangbuster. But now we need to turn the lights off and ease out of here and let these animals eat, and we're going to come back in and feed some of the babies. Okay, we're going to go through and start feeding some of the babies, but we're actually going to do one on camera because this takes so long that this could take literally, you guys would be watching this all night and we'd be doing this until the morning. So we're going to do one on camera and we're going to do one live for you guys because I've got one little squirt that he'll eat frozen thawed, but he's due for a live one. So we're going to give him a treat and give you guys a treat. But we're going to go ahead and lift this up. Well, let me get a mouse ready first. Let me dry one down here. There we go. Nice hot mouse. Alright, we're going to go ahead and lift his little lid up. And there's the Bushmaster. Is he in there, baby? Okay. And let's see here. Get him thermal bobbing a little bit. There we go. Oh. And they're ferocious just like the big ones. He is clamped down like a vice on that mouth. Good job, little buddy. And we'll shake him around a little bit, just like the big ones. He's like, quit it, Will, you get me dizzy. Oh, this is fun for me. And we're going to lid him up and let him eat his mouse. Okay, we're going to give this little baby Bushmaster a live prey item. And he's one he was a little bit smaller than everybody else. And he started a little bit later, but oh, that was quick. But he likes them live. He'll eat frozen thawed, but I got to do it in real low light conditions, and he pays more attention to me than a frozen thawed rat, even though they're heated up real good. But when you put a live one in there with him, he can't resist it. He does it no matter what. So, and I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and just feed this guy a live one and let you guys enjoy it. And he is clamped down like a bulldog. You know, the thing of it is that, you know, the Bushmaster Venom isn't quite as hot as some of the other neotropical snakes, like some of the Bothrop stuff and a lot of the Crowlids and the Durissus have a little bit of a hotter venom. But what makes the Bushmaster so damn dangerous is its size and its attitude and the yield. The amount of venom that they put out is crazy. So that's why a lot of bites are like 80% fatality rate for Bushmasters, and it's because of the amount of venom. Because you look at this and say, well, he doesn't kill them mice as fast as the damn little rattlesnakes do, but he killed that one pretty quickly. He definitely smoked them. Oh, he's gonna swallow him right down now. Hey, Venom Squad. I hope you guys like these little behind the scenes, the Venomcentral Raw editions. This is the third one we've done. Dina's been bugging me to do this, and I don't like her messing up my flow when I'm working, but I made a deal with her. I'll do this once a week if you guys like it. So leave it in the comments if you guys like these little episodes we're doing. I'll do one once a week along with another informational video. But this is just our day-to-day flow around here. And it's a strain on me because she's following me around and she's making me crazy. So if you guys enjoy this, let me know. Share, like, subscribe, and let's run with it. And I'll do one once a week for you guys. Just a behind-the-scenes raw shit, just like we've been doing. And come on back to Venom Central and check us out. If you're new to the channel, hit the logo, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and please share. This is Willie from Venom Central checking out. Later.